Let me ask you something. How many times have you finished a video, a course, a book, and the next day you didn't remember anything? You even underlined, highlighted, saved it to your favorites. But when it came time to put it into practice, your brain froze like a 10-year-old Samsung Pocket trying to open WhatsApp. And then the guilt hits. Am I stupid? Do I not have talent? Will I ever be able to truly learn? Stop, because the truth is something else. You're not slow, you're just learning the wrong way. And look, it's not your fault. We grew up in a world that sells the idea that learning quickly is about speed, quantity, consumption, binge-watching videos, downloading 10 PDFs, watching at 2x speed. But deep down, nothing sticks. Except there's one detail no one tells you. The people who seem to learn everything in 5 minutes aren't smarter. They just use an invisible system based on neuroscience, the brain's rhythm, and techniques anyone can copy. And today, I'm going to show you that system, step by step. No fluff, no genius myth. You'll discover why your brain forgets almost everything you study, how to turn information into real knowledge, and why studying 20 focused minutes a day is more powerful. And if you think you've seen everything about productivity, wait until the third technique, because that's where everything changes. So, if you want to stop pretending you're learning and start truly learning once and for all, stay with me, because this video could be the turning point in your personal development. Let's start by getting to the root of the problem. You're learning the wrong way. Your brain wasn't made to learn the way you're trying to. It seems obvious, but most people ignore it. You open a video, play it at 2x speed, let TikTok pop up in the corner of your screen, and think you're progressing. But your brain isn't a supercomputer. It's more like a Samsung Pocket, trying to run a new operating system. It crashes on the first screen. The truth is you're not learning, you're just consuming. And consumption doesn't turn into knowledge. It's like eating an entire sandwich and throwing it up afterward. Nothing gets absorbed. Studies from Stanford University show that multitaskers retain up to 40% less information. In other words, you spend 100% of your time remembering 60% of nothing. And the worst part? You feel productive. Binge watching 5 videos on money making skills gives you that false sense of personal development. But the next day, you don't even remember the title, because the brain needs silence, repetition, and focus to turn information into real learning. And if you want to become a better person, start by respecting how your brain works, not against it. But hold on, it's not just multitasking that's sabotaging you. There's an even bigger mistake, and it happens after you close the video. There's an even bigger mistake, and it happens after you close the video. That's where most people give up without realizing it. And it's exactly at this point that the real formula for true learning begins. The formula for real learning. True learning isn't about the amount of content. It's about following a brain cycle that science has mapped out for decades. This cycle has 3 stages: encoding, storage, and retrieval. It was detailed in the classic Atkinson and Shiffrin model from 1968, one of the pillars of cognitive psychology. It's like saving a file. You type it, encode, save it in a folder, store, and open it when you need it, retrieve. Most people only do the first part, encoding. They watch the video, highlight everything with colored pens, make emoji-filled summaries. It seems productive, but it's just theater, because the brain doesn't store what isn't tested. It's like going to the gym and just looking in the mirror. You feel strong, but your muscles don't grow. The step no one trains and that changes everything is retrieval. It's when you close your notebook and ask yourself, what did I learn? This effort to remember is what strengthens long-term memory. Studies call this the testing effect. The more you pull information, the more it sticks. And if you want to accelerate your personal development, start practicing this every day. Now that you know the formula, there's one more important thing: how to apply it daily. Because theory is nice, but without technique, it's just another forgotten video. That's why I'm going to show you the 3 techniques I use to learn 10x faster. Techniques anyone can copy today. The first one is so simple it seems like a joke, but it's the most powerful of them all. The Feynman technique, teach what you've learned. The first technique is so simple it seems like a joke. Teach what you've learned. It's called the Feynman technique, named after physicist Richard Feynman, one of the greatest science communicators. The rule is, Explain the subject as if you were talking to a 10-year-old. If you can't simplify it, it means you don't really understand it yet. And that's good because now you know exactly where you need to study more. When you try to teach, your brain switches modes. It moves from passive consumption to active organization. You need to organize ideas, fill gaps, choose clear words. That's when learning turns into real knowledge. You don't need an audience. Talk to your dog, to the mirror, record an audio. And there's a bonus. By teaching, you create value. This strengthens your purpose, and purpose is fuel for personal development. Plus, those who share knowledge end up attracting opportunities, connections, and even skills to make money. Because in today's world, knowing isn't power, sharing is power. And if you want to become a better person, start teaching what you know, even if it seems small. But what if you don't have anyone to teach right now? Don't worry. There's another technique just as powerful: reviewing at the right time. Because studying every day isn't the secret. The secret is reviewing on the right days. And this has a name in neuroscience: the spacing effect. Let's see how to use it to your advantage. Part 2. The second technique is the most powerful duo in the neuroscience of learning: spaced repetition plus testing effect. Have you heard of studying every day? Forget it. The secret isn't blind frequency. It's spacing out reviews at the right time. Research shows that reviewing with time intervals increases retention by up to 200%. It's called the spacing effect, and it's the difference between remembering and forgetting. Think of it this way: your brain is like a muscle, straight and then disappear for a week. You split it up, repeat, and give it recovery time. With memory, it's the same. Each review strengthens the connection between neurons. And the more you space it out, the stronger the thread of memory becomes. But there's a detail. Reviewing isn't rereading. It's testing. Close your notebook and ask, what do I remember? This effort activates the testing effect, one of the most proven phenomena in psychology. A study from the Journal of Educational Psychology shows that testing your memory helps you learn more in half the time. In other words, less consumption, more production, more real learning. So far, you already know. Teach and review at the right time. But there's still one mistake sabotaging your progress. You're learning in Netflix mode, just watching. And the brain doesn't learn by watching. It learns by doing. In the next technique, you'll discover how to stop being a spectator and become a creator, where true learning happens. Topic 3, Part 3. Active learning. Produce, don't consume. The third technique is what separates those who truly learn from those who just consume content. It's called active learning, and the principle is simple. If you haven't produced anything, you haven't learned. Watching 10 videos on money-making skills doesn't make you more capable, but writing a plan, recording a pitch, or applying an idea that turns into knowledge, your brain learns by doing, not by watching. Pause for a minute and think. How many times have you finished a video and done nothing afterward? Did you get that feeling of cool, but now what? Because your brain understands that it wasn't important. After all, you didn't use it, and the next time, it won't even bother to store it. The golden rule is, every 30 minutes of study, create something. A summary in your own words, a mind map, a voice message explaining the concept, or even a post on LinkedIn. It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be yours, because it's in the act of recreating that knowledge becomes part of you. Now you have the 3 techniques. 1. Teach. 2. Review at the right time. 3. Produce, don't consume. But there's one final ingredient no one talks about, and it changes everything. It's not a technique, it's rhythm. Because learning quickly isn't about marathons, it's about not stopping. You don't need to be the smartest to learn quickly. You don't need to study 8 hours a day. You don't need an elephant's memory. You just need 3 things. 1. A distraction-free environment, because your brain isn't multitasking, it's monotasking. 2. The right techniques, teach, review at the right time, and produce knowledge. 3. And above all, consistent rhythm, because learning is like brushing your teeth. Do it every day, for a short time, with consistency. It's no use brushing for 3 hours on Saturday and forgetting the rest of the week. Remember that feeling of forgetting everything the next day? Now you know it wasn't a lack of ability. It was a lack of method. And now you have the method. But there's one final detail. Comparing yourself to others will kill your progress. Some people seem to fly, but you don't see the time they've already invested. Some people post before and after, in 3 days but hide. The 2 years before that, your pace is yours. Making mistakes is part of it. Forgetting is part of it. What matters is not stopping. So answer me now, seriously. How many minutes are you going to dedicate starting now to apply at least one of these techniques? 5, 15, 30? Write in the comments. I study X minutes with focus. Because when you say it out loud, it becomes a commitment. And commitment becomes change. And if you want to go further, if you want to turn this into a real habit, go ahead and truly learn, not out of obligation, but because you decided you want to become a better person. And the world needs that. And if this video made you reflect, leave a like. The YouTube algorithm needs to know that content like this makes sense. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon.